Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to the Cool Kids Lunch Table Podcast with PJ and Mike. Now find yourself a seat at their table.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Cool Kids Lunch Table Podcast with PJ and Mike. I'm PJ.
And I'm Mike.
And this is a very special episode. We've reached 50 episodes.
We done it.
We did it. We have lasted longer than most new podcasts do. I did some research on that.
Yeah.
And I don't have the exact number, but it does say most drop out well before 50. People give
yeah.
up. Mm-hmm. So we've hit 50 because we don't give up. We ain't no quitters at the lunch table.
Exactly.
But because it's our 50th episode, we are going to start a tradition today.
Yes.
With the first ever Golden Lunchbox Awards.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Hopefully it's not our last either.
Hopefully it's not. I think we'll be here for issue or episode 100.
Yes.
For the next, every 50 episodes we'll do a Lunchbox Award. But you can't do an award show with just two people, so we have some returning guests. We got Uncle Rob.
Yay!
Hello there. Nice to have me.
And Mr. Beatty. Sean Beatty is back.
Hi, thank you for inviting me back.
Yeah, Shawnee Babes.
yeah.
Yep.
You'll
And-
remember both these guys from a couple other episodes you've done. Uncle Rob's been here a few times, but we've been on the Back to the Future episode. Our 90s bands episodes featured both Sean and Rob. And Rob, like I said, has been here for a couple other episodes as well. So you're super familiar with Uncle Rob.
Yeah, thank
Yep.
you. 50th episode. What a honor. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
And the Back to the Future is one of our most popular episodes. So
Oh,
you
see
guys,
that?
you guys really brought the flux to that.
That capacity.
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you.
Now we're back from the past.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the present.
Yeah, you got it.
So, what is a Golden Lunchbox Award? It's our award for something good. If you had an outstanding, important moment, you'll get a Golden Lunchbox Award. But what if you shit the bed?
Yep.
You get a brown paper bag award.
Yep.
And we're going to do both. We're going to give out golden lunch boxes and brown paper bags.
Yep.
This is a prestigious award. Anyone who wins a golden lunch box, it means the trajectory of their career is going to skyrocket.
Yep.
So if you are lucky enough to be the recipient of a golden lunch box, I mean, it's like winning
It's like an Oscar.
it's like an Oscar or a Grammy.
Or get your star on the Hall of Fame, on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And also, folks, it's not just what people, or it could be events, it could be just everyday items. Anything can win a Golden Lunchbox Award. Anything. Anything in our lives.
Now, a brown paper bag, best comparable to a Razzie.
Exactly. And that could be the same thing. It could be a person, place, or thing. Doesn't matter. So.
All right. So now that we got that out of the way, who wants to give the first golden lunchbox? Are we going to do all golden lunch boxes and then all brown paper bags?
Yep.
Okay.
I think people like to end with a.
At the bed?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair
That's
enough.
how life works.
That works. So we'll start with the golden lunchbox. Who's giving their 1st one?
I'll
I'll do it. You want me to do it? I'll do it.
PJ's gonna do it.
All right. I'm
Okay.
going to start off with what is potentially one of the biggest moments of 2020. I guess technically it's 2024, but
Right.
I'm considering it
Well, it's like the
2023.
season. It's like
the
a
season.
It's like, right.
Right. And it is when Taylor Swift won the Super Bowl
What?
and became the MVP of the Super Bowl. I mean, I've never seen someone really just rally a team up like that and bring him back. I mean, Taylor Swift, you can't diminish what she's done for the Kansas City Chiefs. Until she became the captain of the Kansas City Chiefs, I do not think they would have had a chance this season. I wrote them off early. Mahomes, I figured he was washed up. I figured he's done. Travis Kelce, who? No one ever heard of Travis Kelce. That team, who's the coach there? It doesn't matter who the coach is there because the person that brought this team to new heights, that is starting off a franchise here, that is really just you can't downplay what she's done. Taylor Swift.
The Kansas City Swifties.
The Kansas City Swifties.
You think she won a ring? I think he probably bought her
She should
one.
get all of
She
those
probably
rings.
got one.
He probably-
I mean, why
I mean,
not?
I'm sure
She's
she
probably
could
in the
afford
photo.
Yeah. Well,
She's
she's
definitely in the photo.
I
Right
think
in the
one
front.
day it's going to be on a wall. Someone's
Yeah.
going to be like, who the hell is that? Who the hell is that? Like Ace Ventura.
And they're going to say
Taylor
that's the
Swift.
best to ever be part of the NFL.
I went to
Yep.
this pop-up
Taylor Swift.
NFL exhibit in this New York City,
Yeah.
and they had all the rings. There's only 50 rings if you think about it,
Yeah.
So it's not a giant collection.
Right.
But if you see from a ring from day one, it looks like your high school graduation ring, very, simple and pure. Now they're almost like brass knuckles.
They're huge. They're huge.
And the fingers of these men, it's like two of my fingers in
Yeah.
one hole.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
So they're huge. I mean, they're astronomical. PJ, I love that award. I think she does. She definitely deserves it.
She
I mean,
deserves Sports Moment of the
definitely.
Year, Athlete of the Year, Football Player of the Year, NFL MVP.
right.
Tay-Tay, Taylor
What
Swift.
can
That's
she
my
not
first.
do? Yeah,
she
yeah.
could do it all. She could do it
can.
all. So that's my first Golden Lunchbox. Taylor
Wow.
Swift winning the Super Bowl all on
Yes.
her own.
Solid.
Rob, what do you have yours for your first Golden Lunchbox Award?
All right, yeah. So I'm going with this. I'm gonna call it the best new song within the last few months.
Oh, okay.
Golden Lunchbox.
Oh, I'm turned
Did
on.
Taylor Swift have a song?
No,
Oh, okay,
sorry, no.
okay.
no. It's actually gonna be, believe it or not, this guy. I didn't love his music my whole life. He's an older man. He's in his 70s. It's actually Billy Joel.
Wow.
I don't know. The new single came out. At first, I was like, yeah, I'm liking it, but now I really enjoy it. I heard his interview with Howard Stern.
Would you say when you heard that song, it turned your lights on?
Nah.
Definitely.
Okay.
More than my lights, okay? So yeah, I saw the interview. I started actually, believe it or not, digging more into his music. I'm a Long Island guy, as we know.
Yeah.
He's from Long Island. So I just think it's awesome that he's kind of reawakened his music again. He even told Stern that he's kind of been away from it, and the song's kind of about his relationship with music, relationships in general, and getting a second chance, he said, at music. So that was really cool. And if you see the Grammys performance that he did, kind of like a sidebar, I guess, but the performance is awesome. But then there's a percussionist behind him, and I just love the way they're actually hitting a tambourine. There's two tambourines on the left and right of this percussionist, and the way they're striking it in the video shot, you got to see this. It's awesome and powerful,
Right.
And it's in the final chorus, and you're just going bing, bing. But and the shot is right above his head, and this person's two swords, but it's awesome. So yeah, I gave him
Right.
a reawakening.
Well,
It
he
kind
was
of
focusing
reawakened
on
me
classical
to.
music for a while because
Yes.
he did his pop music and rock, whatever you want to
And
call
he
it.
hasn't written new material
And
or
since
released
I think
River
it
of
was like
Dreams,
30 years or
I think
something
it's
like that.
93 was when River of
That's
Dreams came
insane.
out.
That's hard to believe.
That was actually the first album I ever got. I believe I brought up
Yeah.
in the 90s
Yeah.
band episode. But yeah, Rob, that's the same thing with me. When I'm going to assume it was the Howard Stern episode that kind of
Yep.
got me you know what? Let me put them on Spotify. So I listened to them one day at work and have all these songs playing. And for the first time, my mother would always play his greatest hits, or I think it was, I forgot one of the name of the albums, but I would get sick of it as a
Right.
kid. I'm
Yep.
like, what the hell is this?
Right.
But then as I got older, I started getting into it more, and then and I became a big fan. But as you just said, same thing with me. It's ever since this new single came out, I've been listening to a lot of Billy Joel music.
I know. And to think doing this now. I mean,
Yeah.
I love his songs. Like you said, at parties or whatever on the radio. Never would think I would listen to an album, but I'm checking out his lyrics and everything. It's crazy.
I like
It's
the
cool.
references, the Long Island references in all the songs.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Whenever we go on a road trip, me and my wife, if we're driving somewhere and we have to drive through Allentown, I will sing Allentown
There
and
you
play
go.
that song, and she gets so mad.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. That's
Great choice.
First one. Yep.
Yeah. So mine's also music related.
Ah.
So mine's kind of like a 3. I'm just gonna get them out of the way. So
Yep.
maybe this is biased, but I think album of the year is the Rolling Stones' "Hackney Diamonds." I have to. I am biased. I'm a giant fan, but pound for pound, every song in there is awesome, and I think they're so well written that if someone covered them, they would be someone else's hit. Because look, even though the Stones are the Stones, these songs aren't gonna get the same airplay as "Give Me Shelter." It's just a different world. It's a different generation. They're not gonna put them on,
Right.
even the classic rock station. They're still gonna might play their new single once. That's it, and then they're going back to playing Jumpin' Jack Flash.
True.
But not to sound morbid, but God forbid it is their last album.
Yep.
What a way to end their catalog. I mean, damn. I did a review with check it out on our past.
Maybe they
I
should
had
end their catalog with such a good album. Just end it and not come up with another album. If you end on a high note, because you don't know if the next one's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
end it here and go on your tours or do whatever you want, but maybe no more albums from
I
them
had
is
that
the right
too.
move.
Yeah, totally. You stole one of mine because I called it the best group of old dudes still rocking, and I gave it to the
Yes,
Stones.
exactly. It's
so
amazing.
that was one of mine. Yeah,
they're
good
putting
call.
out they're putting out heavier crap than other rock bands.
Yeah.
There's other rock bands left. But I also put a Golden Lunchbox Award. I just said best additions to their music catalog. So I think Metallica's new album, 7 Seasons, is a great album. We know it's not gonna be better than Master Puppets. We know this. I already did that review too. But it's a great album.
It
really is a great
yeah.
album. It's one of their best, in my opinion. I guess post, their Black album. And also say Green Day's new album, Saviors, I think is sensational. It's every song is honestly very, very good. It's a great album. So I think those are both. Yes, it's not gonna be better than their masterpieces. We know that, but to not give it the credit that it deserves would be not just. So they're definitely getting the golden lunchboxes and that little thermostat too. They're getting
No,
that
I love
too.
that. I stood away from
Inside their
Green Day
lunchbox.
honestly since like Dookie. I fell off. I don't know what happened. That
It was
the
American
truth.
Idiot for me.
Yeah, I just kind of
Right.
fell off, and I'm like, let me listen to this thing. I love it. It's solid. It's
Yeah,
fresh.
yeah, his vocals
It
are. I
goes
love
back
his
to like,
vocals on
their
it.
old
Oof.
roots, but also new sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a few singles I liked on the new album. I was supposed to give a review on it. I didn't really do that much. It's good. That's all I'm gonna say. I do agree with you. I think most of the songs on there are catchy tunes. I like them. And yeah, it's hard. You can't compare it to Doogie and American Idiot because it's its own
Yeah.
Yeah.
its own chapter in their story being told. So
I still haven't listened to the new Green Day album.
It's good.
Oh,
It's good.
yeah, I'll
It's
listen. I'll listen to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Beatty, what do you have for your first Golden Lunchbox award?
Yeah. So this golden lunchbox goes to a theme park.
Oh.
Yes,
Switching it up, okay.
A theme park that me and my family went to during the Christmas break over in Universal Studios. And I'm sure everyone has heard about it. It was it's Super Nintendo World.
Yeah.
And as you see, I got my shirt on for this.
Nice.
You know,
All right.
Nintendo
I
World,
had
that's
a really fun experience. This trip was a last-second decision, just to let you guys know. So, and it was worth it. So, we end up getting to the park earlier because we had someone hooked us up to go in early before the whole park opens up. And the first thing we did was went straight into Mario Kart ride, and after that, just we had like these power bands that you can use to just because around the entire park it's like just like the game.
Right.
Every world stage looks just like the world stage. Every
Right.
enemy it looks just like the enemy. Everything from top to bottom looks exactly just like the video game.
That's awesome.
Wow.
I mean, whenever you compare like a film or a TV series based on something that you grew up with, they're trying to
Right.
emulate, and it's never right. They got it right. They got it so right, and it was so fun too. We had to go on these. We had to do these. We had to get like we had to do these challenges. We had to get these we had to do there's like 4 different challenges you had to do with your wristband that you would get so you can go on to one of the rides.
Right.
It was pretty cool, and my daughter Gina had a fun time. She was so excited to see Toad and
Right.
Princess Peach and.
Did the characters walk around the park? And
Yes.
stuff? Okay.
Yeah, they had their own area, and
Okay.
they had a Toadstool Cafe where
Oh, cool.
you can only get one entry. Just
Wow.
go right in there, and inside again, just like everything, just relates to the game.
Do they play the music like
Yes, yes. There's
Oh,
secrets
yeah.
everywhere where you can
Nice.
use your power band, just like scan whatever. And here's
Can you go down like a pipe?
you walk through the
Yeah,
pipe.
to get into
that's
the
cool.
world.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah.
wish you can go down a pipe, but so let me give you a brief story to wrap this up. So we went back on the Mario Kart ride again.
Was it
and-
good?
Yes, but this is what happened.
There's a butt. Right.
The second time we went, we had to wait 2 hours
Oh well.
because it was packed.
All right.
At the end, as we're getting closer, my wife's like, "Oh my God, that's Mario Lopez's kids and family." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, she shows me the Instagram, and it's Mario Lopez's family.
Wow.
I'm looking at Slater.
AC Slater.
AC Slater's actual
Was
family.
he there though?
No,
Himself?
Was it wearing the leotard?
no.
Oh God! Come on.
So we get on the ride, and this woman tells me to switch with her. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay. So I switch with her. We realized we didn't use our power bands on the steering wheels. You can win like a golden cup. So, okay, so we go in there. I get like the highest score on there. And then as we're getting out, we're checking, my daughter wins the golden cup. My wife wins the golden cup. I scan. Where's the golden cup?
Right.
The steering wheel wasn't working.
Oh,
That's why
still.
she swapped with me. It's freaking,
Dude,
like, what the
that's
hell? It's like, I was like groaning as the
Wow.
night, but then I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna let it go, So, and we stayed until it got dark out. Everything was lit up. It was nice, and I would highly recommend checking out the park.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, I love
mean,
Universal.
I'm a big Nintendo guy. I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
No, I know.
You guys have known stories. I'm sure we'll talk about at some point. But until then, yeah, I would highly
Sweet.
recommend going to this, especially Epic Verse. That's going to be open up next year.
Yeah, I'm
I
waiting
can't
for
wait
next
for
year
that.
with
Yeah,
the whole
yeah,
Epic
yeah,
Verse.
that's gonna be amazing.
So that's
Nice.
that's my rant. So
Great,
All right.
great, Shorty Babes. Yeah, you sold me. PJ, what do you have for your?
I
next
have
award?
another musical thing. I'm calling this my music moment of the year.
Yep.
It happened at the Grammys. You mentioned the Grammys.
Nice.
This is a big one for me. I think it's probably the biggest piece of news to come out of music all year. Taylor Swift announced a new album, The Tortured Poets Department.
Oh
Right.
God.
And there's going to be a new Taylor Swift album, and I think the world needs it.
I mean, I can't wait.
I know you can't, right? So,
why am I not surprised?
yeah. So, because when I think about the state of the world, there's people are upset. There's people dying in the streets. The world is just in a bad place. But the one thing that can pull us out of it is Taylor Swift, and the fact that she's willing to give us another album You know, I can't think of a better moment to give a golden lunchbox to than Taylor Swift surprising the world, looking fabulous in her white dress, giving us the Tortured Poets Department, I believe it's called, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see what hints she's going to drop, what sort of secret codes she's going to give us on social media and all of her appearances. So yeah, Taylor Swift, I think, is the most deserving person in the world of music to get a golden lunchbox for her announcement of the Tortured Poets Department. Taylor Swift, two golden lunchboxes.
Damn.
Wow, look at her.
She's still
Cleaning up
racking up.
like
Exactly. She's
she
still
just can't
cleaning up
stop cleaning
awards.
up. Yeah,
She
totally.
can't help herself. She's that great. She's
Wow.
that great.
All right.
I would like to make a recommendation for our podcast.
Okay.
I think we should continue to call it the Cool Kids Lunch Table with PJ and Mike.
Right.
I think we should add, in parentheses, Taylor's version. Just going to throw that out.
That's what's gonna sell.
That's what's going to sell it.
Maybe
That's
get
what's
more
gonna sell it.
female
That's holding you guys
listeners.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have them lining up outside for that.
Rob, what do you got on your next?
Yeah, so I'm kind of sticking with music right now,
That's
but
fine.
I'm calling this the best return to form
Ooh.
golden lunchbox. This is Blink 182.
Oh, great
You know,
choice.
Yeah, after Tom left, really twice, but when he left
Yep.
again, I couldn't listen to them the same. I didn't go to their concerts. I never bought another album. I'm very particular with that. It just didn't sound the same. So he returned, thank God. I saw them last May at UBS Arena. It was great, fantastic. It's so good to have them back. The energy was there. It was awesome. And of course, if anyone knows me, and a lot of people at this table, Dream Theater.
Yep. Oh yeah.
My favorite
Of
drummer,
course.
favorite band, returned. Mike Portnoy returns to Dream Theater. I mean, this was huge for me. I haven't ever recovered. It was like the worst heartache ever. Thank God he's back. The music is back. His live show is back. The way he plays drums live is amazing. I mean, 80% of the time I'm just staring at him. It doesn't really, and then the other, 20% is staring at everyone else when they have a solo spot. But it's just a glorious thing. I just never thought I'd see the day, but it's really made me very happy. So that them being reunited has really been awesome.
Yeah.
So that's getting
that
a
was
golden
my list.
lunchbox.
Yeah, it was on my list too.
Yeah,
it's
I had to get
comeback-
that
I think
in there.
Comeback of the year.
Yeah.
It's a dream come true.
have-
No
I
pun
have-
intended. You know what I mean?
I have a comeback too. But
Oh, okay.
All right.
I was actually on my friend's podcast, Losing My Opinion, and I talked about the catalog of Dream Theater and turning them on. But
Yeah, that was great.
yeah, thank
good.
you.
Yeah,
And,
I heard that.
they have a great podcast too. But what I think, not to go totally off on this, but I think for anybody, if you're not a fan of Dream Theater, or don't know who they are, just imagine like your favorite band and like one of the key members leaves. Like imagine like, let's say the Beatles were still around, and then like Ringo left. You want Ringo there, and he comes back. It's like that kind of joyous moment. So
Yeah, 100%, man.
I'm actually going to film now. I'm going to name the
Nice.
best 3
Ooh.
films I think of the year.
All right.
There happen to be my favorites. I think they are the best. Not in any particular order. First, I'm going to talk about Oppenheimer. I think for a film
Definitely.
it's 3 hours long. There's no action in it, but you did pay attention. You know what I mean? It didn't really. I know there's like an epilogue where it's the second half of the story that you see I guess spoiler. I already talked about it in my review, but
Yep.
after they test the bomb, there's the second half. What happens? With Oppie. But I think it's just really a masterclass of filmmaking. It's very much like 12 Angry Men, and it's a great piece of cinema. It's really one of the best films. Really, it's really impressive. I also put on there Godzilla -1. That movie
I love that movie.
that movie is superb. It's so impressive. I was actually talking about with my patients. We're talking about movies. I'm like, guys, you gotta check out Godzilla -1. It is that good. It's that impressive. It's the
gotta
best
see that.
Godzilla
Yeah, me
movie
too.
Yeah.
ever. It's so impressive. It's unbelievable. It really is. And my last one, I think this movie is just so damn fun. And Sean, I think you'll appreciate it. Super Mario, the movie. I think the movie is just so full of joy. It's just. I don't think
I
it's a perfect
enjoyed it.
film.
I
but
liked
it's,
it. That's not
but
perfect,
it's,
but I liked it a lot.
but
actually.
it's great.
It was
It's
good.
great.
I'm not saying it was bad. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Again, it's the same thing with the theme. As I said about the theme parks, it's the same thing. They got every little thing
Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah.
Exactly.
It's like
Yeah.
And as
yeah.
an adult, you can say you like it, which
Yeah,
is
Yeah.
You can-
Yeah.
and it's a
positive
movie you
thing,
can
too.
watch
It's-
re-over and re-over, and it's.
And I
really
think
good
Chris
movie.
Pratt got too much hate.
Well, I
for
don't
that.
love that. I said the movie's not perfect. I don't think we need another Chris Pratt thing.
No, I don't know that we need more Chris Pratt voices, but I don't think his voice was as
No, it
bad
wasn't
as
bad.
everyone
It's,
said.
no,
You
yeah.
get
But
over it.
I wish.
Yeah,
But I really.
exactly.
But I didn't want him. He really didn't. I don't think he really deserved to be Mario voice. I already think every time I hear his voice, I actually think of the Lego guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think of him now with that. So,
yeah.
that's
In terms of
I
animation.
remember that.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, those are my awards for the Golden
Solid.
Lunchbox for best film. Okay.
All right.
Troy Bays, what do you
This
got?
one's I don't know if anyone remembered this one, but this is personally for me. This is a lunchbox for a TV series. Well, actually, a season of this.
Ooh.
And this is going to surprise some people, but I am a big. Well, no, I mean I'm a big Star Trek fan. Okay, I grew up with Star Trek my whole life, and when Star Trek came back on the streaming, I was not happy with it. I know a lot. I know there's people I know who love like Star Trek Discovery or Strange New Worlds or whatever, this is what I'm going to talk about. It's Star Trek Picard. But season 1 and season 2 were not good.
Yeah.
And now
I heard they're horrendous.
Yeah. It's
not even Star
This was
Trek.
known as the Last Jedi for the next generation.
That
Oh,
bad.
that's
huh?
a
That's
you know
how
I feel like
bad
the
it
Last
was.
Jedi if it's that
So
bad.
this
Jesus.
award actually goes to.
Please don't get us
So the reason why I'm bringing
Yeah, no
this
Star Wars
golden
talk, guys, please.
Okay. So the reason why I'm
I'll
bringing
take the biggest dump on that. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the reason why I'm bringing a Golden Lunchbox Award, it's for season 3. So Alex Kurtzman is executive producer for this franchise, which he's done. He was the writer of Transformers and God knows what other crap he's written, but he's the executive producer. Doesn't care about the lore or anything. It's just sending a message. So. This was the last season, and he gave it to someone else, and that was Terry Matalas. And Terry Matalas has done a good 12 Monkeys television series. And he's a big Star Trek fan, so he decided to get rid of half the cast of the Picard season and bring back the original Next Generation cast and give it like one final send-off.
Right.
And I must say, I am very impressed.
Did they bring back
That's
Whoopi?
awesome. That's a good feeling.
Season 2 they did.
They did in season 2.
Season
Okay.
2, but season 3 they actually bring back the original cast. And
Will Wheaton?
No.
No Will
He
Wheaton.
did not.
Damn.
Well, here's a twist. Yeah, there is another Crusher, but it's not Will Wheaton.
It's not Will Wheaton. All right.
It's like and and what's cool about it was that he even like season 2 kind of ruined the Borg and Q. If you guys aren't
Right.
familiarized with these characters. He actually undoes it in season 3 in a way, which I laugh. I'm like, oh my god, this is awesome! It's like he undid everything that happened in the last 2 seasons. And the best part, I thought the coolest thing was there was one other character that they brought back. It's maybe a spoiler if I bring it up, but they bring back the Enterprise D.
Oh.
That is possibly one of the best looking ships they ever did in the whole Star Trek series. What pissed me off is when they destroyed. Well, they didn't quite destroy it. The saucer crashed onto a planet, so in a way they kind of brought it back. And what happened was in the movies they replaced it with the E, and I don't know, it's not the same. But it also made the characters seem like themselves too. So it was and the way and they did end it on a high note, and they actually won a Saturn Award this year for it. So I'm very happy.
Sounds like
They
they.
may have won a Saturn Award, but the bigger award that they got is the Golden Lunchbox.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
Very
know.
big to me, very
Right.
big to me. I really needed that. So so I give it to season 3.
Cool.
Season 3 in
of
particular.
Star
Very
Trek
nice.
Picard.
Very,
I
very
recommend anyone watching that if you're a big Star Trek fan.
Mr. PJ.
Cool.
All right. I have a movie event of the year.
I know you're gonna go with this.
I think
yes.
I think I do too.
I think we
I
all
think they're
know.
picking up
I think
on
our
it.
listeners know.
I think the biggest thing to happen to movie theaters was AMC. AMC theaters this year. They had if you couldn't afford tickets to go to the concert, you could watch the Eras tour in AMC
yes.
theaters
Yep.
and support Taylor Swift through the movies. And my God, if she just doesn't do it all, and to see her larger than life on the silver screen, I'd see that in 3D. I'd see that in IMAX. I'd see it in 4D IMAX.
Oh, that's a beautiful
I'd
thing.
see it in 12D IMAX. As many Ds as they want to give me, I would
All
see
right.
that.
Just you know what? Just call it the Taylor Swift Lunchbox
The
Award.
Taylor
How about
Swift
that?
Lunchbox
You know,
Award. She is.
Give it all to Taylor Swift.
That's
Now-
it.
Now, have
yeah.
you watched the Taylor Swift Eras?
No.
You haven't watched? I've watched
No.
it. I've
Oh,
watched
really?
it. Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually true. I
I've
didn't.
seen enough
Yeah,
of her
my
everywhere,
wife,
but
my
okay.
wife watched it.
I watched
Like I'm
it.
watching
It was-
everything.
It's
She's
impressive.
everywhere
It was
anyway,
impressive.
but is it?
Yeah.
Beyond impressive. When you picture, what's the best concert you've ever seen? You're wrong. It's not that one.
Right.
It's this one. It's Taylor Swift the
I
Eras
think
tour.
because my wife watched it. We have like a new TV.
My wife
so
watched it too because I made
came-
her.
And they filmed it in super HD.
Right.
Just imagine like Super Bowl, it's film. Every show was at a stadium.
stadium.
Right,
But it's
okay.
like that kind of imagine that kind of production. It's very impressive. I mean, that's why she's a billionaire. But
All
she's
kidding
she's
aside,
very
on
smart
this
about
one,
what
it
she does.
really is.
But
The
she
right
actually
plays.
funded her own film. She
Yeah.
didn't want, and she
Yep.
put her own money into making that film.
Of course, she's a billionaire. She can
Yeah.
afford it.
She
She's got the
deserves.
money.
But no, but
those
she's not
billions
getting
and more,
these
though,
studios
dude.
with it. Like think about something like Purple Rain. Prince
Yeah,
made no
yeah.
money on Purple Rain.
Yeah.
No.
But she collected
All
all
of
that.
it.
Imagine if Prince got all that money from Purple Rain from Warner Brothers.
You know.
Yeah.
He'd probably
Was this a
buy. He
documentary
would
too?
buy Lake Minnetonka. He
I don't
probably
know, I think it's
purchased
just-
it.
The Eras Tour, no documentary. Straight up, just fantastic musical performances from top to bottom. And if you, I think on Disney Plus, if you watch it there again, and you should, if you've watched it in the theaters and you've watched it in the stadiums, there's no reason not to watch it on Disney Plus.
PJ watched that at home with his
I
pants
did.
off.
I did. I watch it. Sometimes when I'm having a bad day, I just put it on. And
Wow.
They give you some extra songs in there, some extra performances that you didn't see in the theaters. But man, if she doesn't do it all, she should probably win an Oscar for Best Movie of the Year.
Right.
She should win that. She should win all the awards. She's clearly cleaning up at the Golden Lunchbox Awards. But I mean, when you watch it, Rob, Uncle Rob.
Yes.
Let me talk to you.
Yeah, let me hear this.
When you watch it, when you turn it on,
Right.
and she comes out,
Yes.
she starts to sing.
Okay.
Your heart, you can't contain it.
Oh yeah, I mean,
It's just beat through your
fluttering,
chest.
it's-
The fluttering, the palpitations that you get, the butterflies in your stomach when
it's
you
called
see her.
falling in love.
It is.
basically.
Every
Right.
time I see her, instantly fall in love again. So yeah, for movie of the year, movie event of the year, Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour. See it, everybody. See it.
Nice.
Time to shake it off, Rob.
Oh, I was just gonna say you. I was gonna say I'm shaking it up right now. I was gonna say
okay.
shake it off. Wow, very
Okay.
good. I was gonna say I'm the problem. It's me. No, but
It's been a cruel summer, okay?
I'm going a little off topic. But I'm gonna do best gifts that I just enjoy for some
Oh.
reason. You know,
Yeah.
Did
I'm not
someone
always
gift
on-
you Taylor's version of any of her? albums?
No,
Okay.
but so just a couple of gifts that I enjoy. I guess the reels or gifts. The John
Yep.
Travolta gift that's been around for a while now. You know,
Oh,
where he's
yes,
kind of like
yes.
looking for something, turning left and right.
Right, the memes
holding
kinda
the
thing.
jacket.
Yep,
Yeah, the
yep,
memes and the
yep.
gifts.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian guy.
Yep.
When it's
yep.
like, I like the one where it's talking about Disney.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
when you say to your friend, "Oh, we're going to Disney. Open the clothes, and you're doing it again tomorrow." And
Yeah,
he looks
yeah.
back,
Yes.
like he's chewing that piece of bread or whatever. They're so good. And I love this one. I haven't seen it much because I feel like it's dying off. Now they kind of get hot all of a sudden.
Yes,
They like
yep,
disappear.
yep.
The one where the guy goes like, "See this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy." And it's like some guy trying to like open up a door or whatever. And he can't do it. And it's like, "See this guy? See that?" And this one, I actually saved it recently. It's the Jurassic Park one where it's like,
Oh, yes.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
how the T-Rex really sounds.
Yeah.
And it's like, in the
Yes.
scene in the movie, he's like standing on top of that cliff and you're waiting. He's like, yes. So, I don't know why, but when
Yeah,
I need
that
to
one's
laugh, I
hysterical. That was pretty
saved it
good.
now, and I just
Yeah.
laugh every time.
That's
so.
a great one. I also like the one with Vince McMahon, and he's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, it's like the crying one.
one.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god.
So those are just some of my favorite Golden Lunchbox gifts that I enjoy.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, I love it. These next awards, I'm grouping them into like television and YouTube because I feel like YouTube is basically like TV now. So I think the best TV series is on Netflix. It's called Blue Eye Samurai. It's so good. I know people kind of get turned off with anime or animation, but it's so adult. There's sex scenes. There's great violence in it. You know, this is like Bruce Lee meets like Ang Lee. That's like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon kind of thing, and meets Quentin Tarantino in terms of like some of the action and the music cues in it. But it's so good. It's excellent. It's the music, the voice acting. It's really riveting. It's like once you finish one episode, you want to get to the next one. So it's a binge watch. You're gonna like think about it. You're like, all right, let me just do another one. I watched like 4 episodes in one day.
Wow, so much to put to the list between
Yeah.
that, Godzilla,
Yep.
Taylor Swift number one.
I think for the best YouTube channel, I love this guy. He's
Does
called-
Taylor have her own? Is that are you about to give Taylor
No,
Swift?
no,
Oh,
no,
all right,
no.
all right.
His
all right.
name's The Beast 721. He's a video game guy, like a streamer
Nice.
and all that. But he's doing a series. It's called Beating Every Nintendo 64 Game, and he beats. And he's just it's this journey. It's not like an angry video game nerd where he plays a character. He's just they're edited. You know, it's footage, and he's doing a voiceover how he beat the game and like the science of it. It's very interesting. He had a Q&A, and I asked him a question. I'm like, you went to college? I'm like, you're pretty. You kind of go with statistics. Yeah, actually, he's a mathematician, so he knows how to like. I guess mathematically how to win certain races, like
Yeah.
points or even, he's amazing. But he's very funny. So, but yeah, if you grew up in the era of Nintendo 64, he beats each game. Each game he does is randomly, so it's
Wow.
not any particular order. He has a randomizer and does each one. The other thing on YouTube, you can just find clips of him. He's amazing at film commentary. The actor Bill Hader.
Oh yeah.
He's very funny. He did scripts for like South Park. He's an actor. He's very brilliant. But his film analysis and commentary in films, oh my god, he's amazing. And he doesn't have a channel. It's just you just find it on YouTube.
He used to
search
be on
it.
SNL,
Yeah.
and he was like one of the best parts of
Yeah.
SNL when he was on it.
Yeah,
he's great.
He's extremely
Just a very
Wow.
talented guy, yeah.
In all
absolutely.
areas. He's well spoken.
Yep.
Oh my God. So yeah, check out Bill Hader.
He was Stefan, wasn't he? Whatever his name was.
I never watched his television shows. I just know him from
all right.
South Park, and like I think he was in the second It movie, you know. And yeah, he's a good actor, but he's sensational with film analysis and just talking about it. The other YouTube I think it's the best YouTube video I think on YouTube right now.
Oh.
It's his name's Charlie. His channel is Penguin Z0. He's like one of the most popular ones.
Okay.
He started off as a video game streamer.
I know.
And now he does this thing for a while now. He just kind of every day almost talks about any kind of random topic. But he has this video which goes into when we go into the Paper Bag Awards. He says he has this whole thing about how cringe is unforgivable. So if you do something cringy, no matter who you are,
Right. That
it
is
is just
very true.
unforgivable. And he's almost like, and I love that video because he just nails it. I think that's. You could commit murder. You can forgive that person. But someone does something very cringy, no way, man. You're never going to let
stored
that
forever.
go.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Forget about it. And especially with the incident now, it's so unforgiving. So,
Oh, God,
yeah,
yeah,
that's my golden lunchbox to those. So.
Nice.
I guess I'll. Is it alright if I do a golden box and segue into a brown bag?
Yeah, why not?
Why
yeah,
not?
we
Yeah.
should
Because
get
this is-
we
this
should get
is-
maybe a little bit of a lightning round after we get back to you, PJ.
Yeah.
And then we'll get because we have
Because
Yeah.
this is the only one I have left for a golden lunchbox.
That's fine,
Most
no,
of it's
perfect.
about myself, and I don't want to go into it. So,
Yep.
So this golden lunchbox goes to. I guess I know Mikey brought up Oppenheimer. I'm going to bring up Barbenheimer and
Oh, yeah.
Mario Brothers because
Cool.
they made close to $1 billion in the box office, and that's very important for movie theaters to continue on because what's happening now, because what happened during 2023, you had a writer's strike and an actor's strike, which is going to delay everything this year. There's not going to be that much movies coming out. I mean, what movies coming out this year that's going to be very important? Like Deadpool and Wolverine. I mean, is that going to do anything?
That's a good point.
Ghostbusters,
Or-
maybe that one might.
Yeah,
That one might hit.
That's
You
true.
know,
It's
I'm
fair.
trying to I'm trying to think like there's not going to be that much coming out this year, and there may be another strike from what I heard from the crew that could be coming up.
Oh my
And a
God.
lot of movie theaters are struggling now. So I know it seems like a downer, but I want to say like the whole Barbenheimer and
Right.
Mario Brothers
Yep.
really saved the movie theaters. Like we went to see Oppenheimer and we saw a ton of people dressed up in pink getting ready to see Barbie. You know, it was like it was. So I give this award to these films because I think it's important for movie theaters to continue on.
Yeah, fantastic.
Oh.
You know,
point.
we're
Yeah.
seeing a lot of
Yeah, I
things.
love that.
I
Thank
mean, a
God.
lot of
That's such a-
streaming, a lot of streaming's happening and stuff. So I like to segue to a brown bag on this, and
Yeah.
I'll try to be brief and quick. The superhero movies.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow!
Hot on everyone's list.
Oh yeah.
DC and Marvel, and I guess Sony too. What's going on? Like, back then you guys were serious with your stories and characters, and now you just treat it like a joke. Everything is treated like a joke now. We can't take it seriously. We're kids because it's written for kids. It's not written for us.
Yep.
When I used to watch a lot of films back in the day, there was a lot of adult themes going on with some of these characters, and that's one of the things that was highlighted when you watch a film is viewing the character arc, going through what's happening, and seeing them go through a redemption at the end. I don't see any of that anymore in these films, and it's losing a lot of value.
Yeah.
And have they learned anything about this? No, they just they fell upwards. They use the same writers, they use the same producers. They're not changing anything.
The same formula.
Yeah,
I have
over
a
and
very
over.
similar paper bag
Yeah.
award.
If you really want to make a change, you got to gut these companies out, get all these people out, and get real people that actually give a damn.
Yep.
You know,
I agree.
Give people who actually care. You want to make more money? That's how you do it. You got to get people who
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
So that's my
Yeah.
brown paper
100%.
bag.
Beautiful, Sean. That was
Yeah,
beautiful.
I have a very similar brown paper bag when we get to those, but I do have one more golden lunchbox.
Oh,
Yep.
no.
TV moment of the year.
Okay.
I see
Oh,
the
what it
faces
is.
staring at me because they can't figure out what's coming. They don't know what
I'm
the
trying
ears
to-
are
I
ringing.
don't know.
I'm,
Yeah,
trying,
yeah.
I'm trying to think which moment it was, but I think I know. But go.
All
go,
right.
go.
Well, this is actually in October. This is back in October.
Oh. okay,
Yeah,
way off.
and no one knows what's about to happen, but I know what's about to happen. It is it's an episode of Saturday Night Live.
Right.
Taylor Swift made a surprise appearance.
Oh my God! I didn't even know she made a
She
surprise
did.
appearance.
She made a surprise appearance
Oh,
with
my.
Travis Kelce, and but she showed up and she introduced. She did probably the best musical introduction of all time. She introduced Ice Spice, but nobody introduces another act the way Taylor does. You know what I
such
mean?
a natural.
She's
She's
a
got-
natural.
She's got that thing.
She's just
That X factor, bro.
She got it. She's got it. Whatever it is that you have to have, she has it in spades, man. She's just so great. She showed up on the TV. The TV was like glowing. Just the minute she walked onto I have a big screen. I have a big TV. It's like a movie theater in my house, right? And when she showed up on Saturday, and I never watched Saturday Night Live, something said to me, I says to myself, I says, self, maybe you ought to watch Saturday Night Live. Just see if it's any good. See if it's any good. Maybe this cast is going to bring it back.
And luck would have it.
And luck would have it. I turn it on, and who's there but the queen herself, Taylor Swift, just making my Saturday night the best it could possibly have been. So I would like to give the TV Moment of the Year Golden Lunchbox Award to Taylor Swift.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
okay. She cleaned up again. Damn.
Gosh.
Nice. I love it, man. All right, so I'll make these kind of quick, throw them out there. So one of my favorite ways, or best way to communicate Golden Lunchbox is voice notes. I love sending voice notes to friends.
good
Stuff like that.
one.
You know, some people
Oh,
think it's like,
yeah.
impersonal, but
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it's better than texting if you can't get on the phone.
Yep.
There's some hilarious ones that friends and I, send. I think we all know sitting at this table. Some of the things that are sent across these voice notes are hilarious, but I just love it. I'm throwing out a shout out to Ariana Grande.
Yes.
Yeah. I have a thing for her anyway.
Oh, yeah,
Plus
from-
a crush.
yes.
But I kind of like her music. I think she's a great vocalist.
Yeah, I would love to see her in
I
concert.
know Taylor Swift's.
I would see her.
Taylor-
in
She's
concert.
getting pissed on the other side
I
of this
mean,
table
you're
right
gonna
now.
bring up Ariana Grande when we could be talking about Taylor Swift.
I know, but that
It's all right, I
that
like
Yes
her
and
also.
song I kind of like. Yeah.
Grande's
It's like she
better
was kind
singer
of in a
anyway.
low.
No, you on
Grande's
the other
better
side of this
singer, pound
table.
for pound.
I think
You
she's
shut
strong
your
as
mouth
hell.
on that
Like a
end of the
little
table.
small person, her voice is big.
Yes.
But the Yes and song, I actually kind of like it.
Yep.
And I hope she's kind of coming back out of her little like weirdness.
Yeah,
that she kinda
hiatus-
fell into.
hiatus,
She
yes.
changed kind of her face a little bit and everything, but
Yeah.
And I'm gonna throw this out real quickly.
Of course.
Can you have an award for your own self?
Yeah,
Meaning,
of course.
can.
Yeah,
for
of course.
best podcast, Golden Lunchbox is going to the Cool Kids Lunch
Wow.
Table.
That's my pick, man. What
Oh,
the
really?
hell?
All
It
right.
probably sounds cheesy as hell, everyone who's listening, but listen, I got to put it out that you guys are working your asses off. You put yourself through a lot of work to do this, so, should be recognized. And
Thank
Wow,
you.
thank
Yeah,
you.
you guys
I
are
mean,
trying
Thank
very
you.
hard,
Thank
and
you.
it's fun to
Thank
be
you.
here. Thanks for having me for the 50th,
Yeah.
showing appreciation.
Thank
So I just
you.
want to throw that really quickly.
Thank you.
Stop
Yeah.
brown nosing. This is my brother over here to my left, but PJ, you're like a brother. I know you for like 100 years also.
Yeah.
But good for you guys.
I really appreciate
Yeah, I
that.
have
Thank
that on
you.
my list too, guys. I
Thank
think
you.
you guys are doing a very good job at this.
Thank you.
You can
Thank
pay me
you.
later for saying that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like everything they said. There's
Right.
nothing. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I guess
Well,
I'll
thank
just
you.
commentate on that
There
for a
you go.
second. I'm very fortunate to do it with PJ, one of my old school best friends, and it's been great to just be creative, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And talk about things that we love and care about, and to do with people who you love as well, with Uncle Rob, Shawnee Babes, and PJ. So
Yeah, this has been great. It's been a great 50 episodes, but people think a podcast starts with episode 1,
Yeah.
but it
Right.
doesn't. We
Yeah.
had to put in so much work before we could even do episode 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, we're coming up on a year of worth of episodes, right? To make the catalog 52 episodes would be a year because we do one a week. But we started probably months before
Yeah.
we even got to record episode 1. So it has been.
Yeah, quite the journey.
It's
But
been quite the
great,
journey.
Just the experiences
Yeah.
and everything. So
I'm sure.
But thank you, thank
I
you.
remember you guys were telling us, and I was like, "Oh, I can't wait to
Yeah.
see what happens." And here we are. We're right here.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll just ramble off my golden awards, and we'll get to the brown paper bags, which I know people are very excited. So these are real quick ones. I think the hottest women of the year.
Taylor Swift?
No.
Oh, all right.
I put I think she blew up. I guess look, I'm biased. I'm gonna say Sydney Sweeney.
Oh,
She
yeah.
did that Rolling Stones video.
Yeah.
And I think that put her she was already on the map, but now she's in
Yeah,
the
that helps.
universe. Like she just looks stunning in that.
She's a knockout.
Yes. I think I just love this other woman, Megan Thee Stallion, the rapper. I think she's very naturally beautiful. I think she's also.
I don't think I could pick
Google
her
it.
out of a lineup. I don't know
Yeah, I
anything
don't
about
know.
her.
She
Yeah.
did. She
What
does
a
a
random.
song with Cardi B. One of the
doesn't
most
help
famous
much.
Nothing on it.
songs.
Yeah,
You
not
don't
really.
help, doesn't help.
Anyway, she's very funny. I recommend
You were all-
follow,
That's cool.
You were
follow
all
her,
j-
follow
all
her on
laughing when I
Instagram
talked
because
about
not only
Taylor
is she
Swift,
very
we
I feel
pretty,
so old right now.
Yeah, me
Right.
too.
I don't know any of these
but
people.
she's not only very pretty, very beautiful, but
Oh, sure.
I also love. She's very, very funny. She does this thing where she records backstage of her getting before a show, her little trip. Dude, she narrates them. Then she puts on a high speed, so it goes it
Yeah,
rambles
it's fun.
faster.
Yeah.
Dude, but she's fucking funny, man.
Cool.
She's big into anime, but she's just very, very funny. She's a natural. Some people you can know they're gonna be a star. She has so much charisma. And I also put for hottest guy. I'm comfortable with my sexuality. I love this guy. I love all his films. He's nominated for an Oscar. Do I think he deserves an Oscar? No, I think he deserves for other films. But it's Ryan Gosling. Every movie that guy's
Yeah.
in, He's great. I wish I looked like him. I don't. But I love Ryan Gosling. I mean, everything. He's talented. He's funny. I mean, man, charismatic. It's really
I don't
not
dislike him, but I don't like him that much. I don't think he's that great.
as an actor.
Yeah, I don't find him as special as a lot of other humans do. I don't know what it is about him. I just don't.
PJ, I recommend some movies for some for you to watch of his.
If you
I
tell
like
me
him.
that, what's that? You're gonna tell me that La La Land,
is he
right?
on
That's
Mount
what
Rushmore
you're
right now?
say
Maybe
Blade
not,
Runner
but-
2049,
Okay.
Blue Valentine, Drive, and The Nice Guys. Well, actually, watch The Nice Guys. You might like
All
that.
right,
It's
I'll give
comedy.
it a
It's with
shot.
Russell Crowe. That one you might like.
I might like it. I just I didn't know. There's something about his face. I found it off-putting.
Hey, well, I think there's something very nice. I don't know what to put on
Clearly.
his face. Okay? I also said for another Golden Lunchbox, best public bathrooms, Kohl's, men or women. If you need to go to the bathroom, you're in a jam, go to Kohl's. Great bathroom, super clean.
I'll
There it
add
is.
to that. You could add Target to that list. I have some good bathroom experiences at Target. They're, you know what it is about bathrooms? Real quick before we continue, the reason why there are certain bathrooms that you can use in public is because you've become comfortable with them over time. So like, I could go into any Target or any BJ's and use those bathrooms because we worked there. Well, we worked at
Right,
BJ's together,
right.
but I worked at Target for a long time.
Right.
And I got so comfortable just over the years using those two bathrooms where if I'm on a road trip, I'm not looking for a rest stop. I'll put into my phone, like, where's the closest Target?
Right.
That's what I'll do because I'm so used to it. And they have a high standard
Yes.
of cleanliness in those two establishments. And Kohl's is a pretty good one also.
Yes,
You know
Kohl's
what-
is excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. You can eat off that.
They really
Yeah.
care about keeping
Yeah.
it there.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I had this Kohl's cash. I might as well take a dump here too.
Yeah.
I mean, like, but real quick, recently me and Mikey saw the Tool concert, so I just want to share that I took a number 2 dump in one of the most famous arenas of all time, MSG. So I was kind of, and it just happened.
Right.
It was like right before they came on, and I remember and I was able to hear the opener band, and I remember I'm texting Mikey, going like, "Dude, I'm really loving this riff right now." But like the bathroom was clean, it was dead in there, it was quiet.
Yeah.
But now I walked out going, like, you know what? I took a dump at the world's famous arena.
Yeah,
MSG.
yeah,
So
yeah.
just wanted to share that.
Perfect.
So,
Yeah.
All right.
Golden Box Award.
That's,
Yeah.
Lunchbox, yeah.
I did 2 quick ones. We live in Long Island, New York, folks. Maybe people living across the world who are listening. But there's barely been no snow, and I really appreciate it during the summer. So I thank you, climate
True.
change. And I also like working remotely. It's a double-edged sword because you always have to work, unfortunately. But it is nice not having to travel certain days and saving gas money and being able to go to the bathroom in your own home instead of at work. So anyway, that's the Golden Lunchbox, guys. Sensational nominations. Oh, oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God!
Sorry.
Mom, Dad.
How many more people we have to get
Sorry,
through?
my long COVID symptoms are kicking in. My brain fog
I just got a few.
Shawnee
I'm gonna
Babes
throw. I'll be quick.
has Golden Lunchbox. I apologize.
Best vacation, as I said again, Universal Studios Disneyland. We went there. It was great. My best comeback award has to go to me for performing my first live show in 8 years.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah.
my
My
God.
block party with the duo group Sweet Tea.
Nice.
All right, if you guys ever heard Sweet Tea, they
Right.
do a lot of
That's cool.
shows around the island. Best wedding goes to my good friend right here.
Oh,
There it
wow.
is.
That was
Nice.
a good
Thank
wedding.
you.
Amanda's wedding. I had
Thank
a
you.
wonderful time. Thank you for putting me in your party.
Yeah,
and
thanks.
best award goes to best man right here.
Wow.
Did
Wow,
a lot
Shawnee
of work
Babes.
taking care of this guy's wedding. I want to say,
Thanks,
Thank
Sean.
very
you.
impressed, man. Best jam it was. This is gonna be cut off. Starship Trooper. We did a jam called Starship Trooper that Mikey wanted to play around with, and it went somewhere else that we never imagined. It was
Yeah,
possibly one
that's
of
the
the
song
best
by
jams.
Yes.
Yeah.
The last part of it. So
And
it
our
was
good
great.
friend Chris, who came up to Virginia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He
that was a
gonna-
fun-
We're
that
gonna
was a
have
fun
Chris later
jam.
on
That
the
was
show
cool.
in the future. He's one of the OG too at the lunch table. Sean, thank you so much
Yeah,
for
so-
those
yeah,
awards.
That's
Thank
pretty
you.
much it. So thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so folks, we're getting to the brown paper bags. Okay, so this is going to be ruthless. We're not holding back. And PJ, start us off, man.
All right.
Brown paper bag.
I'll tell you who won't be on the brown paper bag.
Ah!
But no, my first brown paper bag award is going to UPS,
Oh
the
yeah.
United Parcel Service. here.
Nice.
Let me explain to you. When you have a comic book store, the comic books have to get shipped to you, right, from the distributor. And one of the distributors uses UPS. So I opened this store in like October. So we really started rolling in November, which was holiday season. The UPS people screwed up my deliveries so many times during that holiday season. I didn't get things I ordered. They came late. They lost packages. The only thing you need to do, UPS, is take the box from the distributor, put it on your little brown truck, scan the little label, and then bring it to my store. That's all you got to do. We're not talking a lot of hard work here. I know you're busy because Santa's got a lot of gifts to deliver. And I know that you're part of that delivery chain for Christmas gifts.
Right.
People come to my store to buy Christmas gifts. If you don't bring me the deliveries, UPS, you're ruining Christmas for people. I don't know what else to say. I mean, and then I called them, and I'm like, hey, you didn't bring me my delivery. And they said, well, that's because your store's not open. I said, I am calling you from the store right now. It is very much open. And they said, oh, no, you're closed. And I said, I'm going to be closed because you won't bring me my fucking delivery. And when I tell you this happened week after week, from November through the beginning of January, they fucked up every single delivery. So a big fuck you to UPS. They have gotten their shit together in the last couple of months. I guess because now Christmas season is over. But you can't fuck up a toy store's deliveries during that season. And they did. So they can fuck themselves so many times. The biggest of brown paper bags to UPS.
Yeah, talk about dropping the ball.
Yeah,
Oof.
jeez.
Yeah, good one.
All right.
All right.
Rob.
Brown paper bag is going to Marvel.
Yes.
In the terms of one specific character who I love, he's in probably my top 5.
Oh.
The Hulk.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my God, I can't take what they've done to this guy. You know, I stopped watching. I don't even know if it's changed, but I mean, talk about a guy. He's all the power, all the rage, and all he did was strip it of him. You know, he's got no power anymore. He lost all of his testosterone.
Yep. All
I
his
can't even watch the
masculinity.
movies. I mean, at one point, he's like, when he put on like the Iron Man costume in one of the, I'm like, what are we doing? I was so pissed.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do this? You know, waiting for him to smash something, kill somebody, you know, and it's no longer happening. And then, the part that I don't know what movie it was, but when they go to the diner.
Yeah.
And he
Endgame.
shows up in a sweater.
Yeah.
And he's wearing glasses.
Yeah.
And he's talking all like, you know, intellectual. I guess that's fine, but I'm like, what are we doing? The kids come up to him to take a picture.
Yeah.
And like he's talking like a puss, and like I'm like, really? This is what you've done with this guy? Like a great character. It's just killed me. So they're getting brown paper bag for the Hulk.
Well,
And I feel like they've always done the Hulk wrong also with his movies.
Yeah.
You know? And it just sucks.
Well, here's the
But,
problem with Marvel. They're making all their characters like celebrities in their storylines.
They castrated the guy, man.
Yeah,
like, you know,
that's
come
what
on.
they're doing. And what they should have done, what they were going to do, but they decided to take it away on Infinity War when he was in the Iron Man suit. He was supposed to talk to the Hulk and then burst out into the Hulk.
Yeah.
It never happened.
Right. Well, that was
Because
even worse
that'd be
idea.
a manly,
That's what I'm waiting
it'd
for.
be a manly thing that they don't want to put into the films anymore. So
It's awful.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Tragic.
Yeah.
That was a great choice, Rob. So this is I call it the cringiest award.
Oh boy.
Like I said, it's unforgivable and it's error, and you can't erase it. So that actress, I only know her because of this. She's going to be the new Snow White, Rachel.
Oh my
Zegler.
God.
I knew you were going to go into this. I was ready to
and-
bring that up.
And she does that. They're interviewing about people don't know.
She just hates
she's-
Snow White, it sounds
She's gonna be
like.
the new Snow White, and she's like
Weird.
Right, I was gonna say. And she does this thing where someone interviewed. She's gonna be a new version. It's gonna be more pro women, and I'm not against women or anything.
She's
but
not going to be
like,
saved by the prince.
Yes, and she goes like,
They don't have dwarves, they
She's
said
like,
in the
and the
movie.
prince is gonna kiss him. It's gonna be weird. And so like, I just want to tell that girl, no matter what movie I ever see you in, I'm just gonna say to myself, weird.
Yeah.
It's just unforgivable. It's not like a guy like Charlie said. It's unforgivable. It's you can't erase it now. It's like, I mean, that's how, unfortunately,
He
with
said
the
it's
internet-
cringe.
It is.
They
It's
did it
unforgivable.
Yeah.
It's
They did a Vanity Fair interview after the strike saying, "Oh, so much this franchise has done to us, and this character is like she tried to undo." everything she
that's
said."
It's
well,
too
that's-
late. You can't
it's-
undo it.
You can't do it.
Such
You can't do
bullshit.
it. Yeah, well,
Like-
that's Disney trying to. Someone
This-
says you got to fix
Yeah.
this, and that didn't work. Or PR team did.
The
Look,
whip.
it's not gonna work.
Yep.
She got the brown paper bag.
That belt can't be unrung.
No.
It's it.
Exactly.
Oh, by the way, she won. What was it? Best action.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
You know, you got Keanu Reeves playing John Wick. You got
Yeah.
Tom Cruise. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's. Anyway, Short Base, what do
Sean?
you got for brown paper bag?
Okay, so this is a big thing that happened online on social media. TikTok NPCs.
Oh yeah.
So if you know
yeah.
what they are, an NPC is a non-playable character in a video game where
Yep.
you're playing and you're talking to these NPCs and they just deliver the line. Sometimes they won't talk. You'll hear they'll make noise.
Right.
So these TikTok NPCs, what they do is they go on stream. So what they do is they respond to viewers with stock catchphrases or actions repeated on loop for hours while profiting like a net of $200 an hour through stream.
Wow.
Right.
God.
Some of these people, will not just do it at home; they'll do it in public, and they'll embarrass themselves to the point where it's like it's so cringe. Again,
Right.
I hate to use that phrase "cringe," but I have to. It's like this is where the human race lost.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like this is I got nothing in life, so I'm just gonna embarrass myself on TikTok.
Sadly.
And I actually do have some links of people, but I don't know any of these TikTokers, but there was one guy that I saw online which I cried out loud.
Right.
He calls himself the Glizzbot. If you ever look it up, it's a guy who eats hot dogs. He's like, and he goes, like if you get what I'm saying on the camera, it's like I was tearing up laughing. It was like if you ever want to see something really funny, look that up, the Glizzbot.
All right.
It is so funny, but yeah, so I give that brown paper back to that.
Yeah. Good choice.
Nice, good one.
PJ, what do you got?
I mean, I hate to pile on to
Let's
Marvel.
do it. Yeah,
Right,
baby.
do it.
Man,
I got one
some
too.
more
I got one too, but go
I'm
Yeah.
like
ahead.
skipping around my
Yeah,
notes.
but like the brown paper bag award has to go. I think Marvel's taken the biggest shit, right?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, come on.
When you talk about how they fucked up the Hulk, they have. I don't know if you've seen the Marvels yet, or if you've bothered to watch the Marvels with.
I'm good,
Don't
thanks.
even go near
Yeah,
it.
good.
I can't.
So
I'm-
that, like, there's something. I try to find something positive in all these comic book movies if I can. I don't know if anyone has seen the movie. Spoiler alert, I guess if you haven't. But the three of them, there's Captain Marvel, there's Ms. Marvel, if you've seen the TV show, and then there's Monica Rambeau, who's also has superpowers now. If you watch her, she got her powers in WandaVision, and they switch spots. Like if they use their powers, it causes them to like switch places with the other one who's using their powers at the same time, and they cause some cool action scenes where like they'll be fighting and then they'll use their powers and the other Marvel will come in and punch and that was very cool. So that's the positive. The
Right.
negative is the everything else. There's like a planet they go to in this movie. When you want to talk about cringe, the only thing they could do on this planet is sing and dance. That's how they communicate.
turning it off.
They land on
I
this
can't-
planet and they start singing and dancing and
But
doing all this
why?
shit. Like,
I
what's
saw
happening?
a lot of clips, and yeah, I did. This film went through reshoots. They delayed it like 5 or 6
Yeah.
times. They even did post production when the director was off doing something else. And you know what? I would like to give a brown paper back to Disney. How about that?
Yeah,
that's on my- that's on my
I think
list,
they
too.
lost
Totally.
$1.1 billion
Talk about that for
in
2 hours.
revenues.
Yeah.
And they're going through a proxy war right now in their stock
crazy.
stocks, so investments.
So yeah, I mean, the other thing Marvel's doing, like I watched they came out with the Echo. I don't know if you watch. It's on Disney Plus. It's
I don't watch any TV
Who?
series. I can't.
Yeah,
They're so
so
cheese. They're
Echo is a
poor.
character
I
that's
don't-
been in the comic books for a while. She's okay. It's not like she's a top tier comic book character where I say Echo and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I know her." But whatever they use in the TV show to. They said we have to check the boxes.
yeah.
This is what this series felt like. We have to check the boxes. So we needed a female lead character. Got it. They have to be.
Yeah.
We have to find some way to make it more diverse. All right.
That's what it's become.
She's a Native American character.
Yeah,
Okay. We need to find more ways to make this more inclusive. She's missing a leg, so she's got some sort of a disability.
Yeah.
Wait, we need to find more ways to make it diverse. She only speaks in sign language, that's per character from the comic books, is she was deaf and she couldn't speak or whatever. So that's part of the books. But I'm just saying, when you add all of this together, you have a TV show that's you're just checking boxes. The show itself, not that great. I mean, Daredevil was in it for a couple of minutes. That was cool, I guess. But it's just, the show was designed to check boxes. The Marvels movie, like we said, it's designed to check boxes. I don't care that the main protagonist in the movie is a female. That's fine. The first Wonder Woman movie was excellent. Second one, not so much. The first one, amazing. I think throughout the course of all those Marvel Avengers movies, Scarlett Johansson's character as Black Widow was treated very well through most of those movies. Died a hero's death, right?
Yeah.
But now they're moving away from treating these characters with respect, and you're just checking boxes. How do we make this more palatable to the
It's
masses?
more committee. It's more committee based.
Yeah.
I was noticing that with, and here's a funny twist. I didn't see any of these films except one. It was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It was all right, but at least it had a little more passion than the other films from what I've been hearing. And now I'm thinking James Gunn is now with DC. It's like he's going to come up with a Superman film, but from what it sounds like, they're adding more.
So
to
many
the Superman.
people.
It's like, stop. You done this. Marvel done this. Don't just let it be. And
Just
then
let it be a
work your way
Superman
out.
movie. Yeah,
exactly.
No, I agree. So that's my brown paper bag is for Marvel movies.
Sweet. All right, I'm gonna transition now. Something totally different. This is a brown paper bag for worst food chain decision.
Oh,
Never
yeah.
heard about it
I think I
recently.
know what this is
Yeah.
gonna be.
Yep.
Wendy's. The price surging? Are you serious?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. They're
cannot
going to lose
believe
all
it.
their money.
I don't know
They're
anything
dumb.
about this. Please
So
explain
yeah,
to
so
me.
what's happening is they're looking to raise prices like at peak times of the day. So if you want that lunch on your lunch break, they're gonna raise the prices. So that Frosty you were thinking about, yeah, it's gonna be double.
So if
you
you're
know?
going to get a 99-cent JBC, Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, right? Let's say I don't know how much it is right now. Let's say it's $1, right? You'd be going there on lunch and they're like, well, now it's $2. Now
then
it's
like dinner
$3.
times is
Yeah.
gonna be raised
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
drop down. So you want to
Oh.
you want to start
Yeah.
calculating
so it's
when you're
peak
gonna go.
hours, It's
Yeah.
gonna be more expensive.
Oh.
Yeah, so you'll be going at certain times to like
Yeah.
avoid the pricing.
Well,
But
I
wanna
don't
be
go to
like,
Wendy's. How about that?
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's not like I go to fast food all the time anyway. I don't really love Wendy's anyway. I feel like you got to be kidding me.
Dave
But what I
Thompson
don't like
was
about
great.
this is like in terms of prices and everything else going up, inflation. It's all about the economy. But
Right.
it's like, what are we doing? And if other people catch on, other fast food
They're all
joints,
gonna start
that's
doing
going to be
this.
terrible. So I think I'm going to put this on your podcast. We have to start boycotting maybe Wendy's honestly, or just
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
smart about it.
Yeah,
Because
vote
what if
with
like
your
Taco
wallet.
Bell
I
and
don't need that
McDonald's
baked
sniff
potato.
this and everyone else gets on board? This is a problem. And also like the restaurants too. Like we
Yes.
know during the holidays, they're going to raise prices or whatever.
Yep.
But can you imagine if everyone starts taking a piece of this?
Yes.
And,
Well,
and Wendy's, I mean, what am I going to get? That quarter pounder? It's like, I hate the buns, honestly, at Wendy's.
Right.
I just find them always, like, flat. I feel like Dave Thomas, like, sat on it, then, like, opened it, threw the meat on, and just, like, slapped it together and, like, gave it to me. I'm like, can you at least, like, throw me, like, a My Pleasure, like they do
Right.
at Chick-fil-A? At least
Right.
if you're going to charge me double, give me a My Pleasure when I leave.
Right.
Because
But
that
there's
just
another
pissed me
issue
off.
with the Wendy's inflation thing, with their surge pricing, is that a lot of, like, when I'm at the store or if I'm in an office working, I Uber Eat my lunch a lot because I can't always go out
Yes.
to get it. But Uber Eats already does surge pricing.
Yep.
So now if you wanted to order Wendy's for lunch on Uber Eats, their surge pricing, so now their prices are higher. Uber Eats is doing their surge pricing because it's lunch. So now your food is even more expensive.
Yep.
You're going to be paying $100 for Wendy's. It's not worth it.
That's why the chain
Yeah.
reaction of this is a problem.
It's a
like,
pro-
this
it's a
has
big
to
problem.
fail. We
It's
have
also-
to make sure this fails as the public.
Well, also credit card charges as well.
Oh,
because
yeah.
now it's
Oh,
not,
that's
it's,
one of
it's
my-
everything else.
Oh, yeah.
And
So,
That's one of my.
I got something
Yeah.
too, but but go ahead.
yeah.
Keep going.
So,
Keep going.
Yeah, I'll move it along here.
yeah.
Talk about
I
money.
know. I'm gonna try to ramble through a couple right now. So I call it the "Who Gives a Shit" award.
Yes.
Here's the first one. Apple iPhones. Who gives a shit? Apple 15, 16. They're all the same thing. Everyone
Yeah.
uses it for the same reasons. Social media. That's it. All right, they've gotten smaller. They're making it more expensive. A different charger now.
like they break down
every
sooner.
single time. Every time they make a new charger, they make $1 billion.
Yep.
So if they get, it's been a poor year, make a new charger. They make
Yeah.
$1 billion. So anyway, but no one cares. I'm glad no one's waiting online anymore. They had
Yeah.
a drop in sales. I'm like, oh, good, because it's the same shit. And any knucklehead who out there who waits on a line for the next iPhone, you gotta get a life. Invest
Right.
something else. Invest your time in something
Here's
else.
what's really
Do
crazy
some
about that.
Push-ups.
You don't have to wait online. If you just go the next week, they're there. It's not like
Yes.
they run out of
Get
phones.
a life. It's just
Yeah.
a
The
status symbol.
obsession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing, who gives a shit? I want to tell YouTube, as much as I love YouTube, I don't give a shit. Stop making everything all about the algorithm and thumbnails.
Yeah.
Really do if you look about when the old school YouTube, like in the early 2000s, like maybe 2012. It was like the everyman. Anyone can go viral. They used to have a thing. It'd be like video of the day. It could be art video.
Yeah.
They just give someone a spotlight on their front page. They got rid of that. They got rid of the thumbs down. No, you got to let people know what's quality. It's
Right.
not ridiculous. So anyway,
It's
who
soft.
gives a shit? Do the right thing. Disney, who gives a shit? I don't
Yes.
care about what. I think the way they run their parks is ridiculous with the stupid lightning lane. All this. They had something that was free. And now they made Fast Pass something you have to buy. They were the innovators of it, and they found a way to rip more customers off.
Tell me about it. We used it.
Yeah, virtual queue.
Right. So
F
you're
you.
so you're paying parking. You're paying to get into a park. Then you have to pay more to go on a ride.
And
Right.
now they're
To get-
raising the price of the parks again.
Right.
Thank God I won.
And I think they're them. Another thing I can't say this. That's just who gives a shit. This breaks my heart to say this. John Wick 4, man. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
And I love
Suck.
John Wick, but I
John
know.
Wick 3 and 4 were disappointing.
I
John
didn't
Wick
hate
4
4.
I was watching John Wick 1, 2, and 3 on the way to California or
yeah.
back, and it's like I see it just slowly devolving, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't hate
1 and
4,
2 are
but
awesome.
I'm gonna hate 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
1 and 2 are awesome. 3 was terrible, and 4
Yeah.
I just thought was 3's worse than 4, but 4.
Yeah.
I put that down. The staircase full. I put
That
the brown
was-
Oh my
paper
God,
bag.
it's like 4
That
hours.
was like
Brown
a
paper
Looney
bag.
Tunes
The
cartoon.
worst action
Yeah.
scene is falling down like 100
It's like
million
it's like
steps.
they turn the steps into a ramp. He trimples down
Dude,
like
that
in a
was
cartoon. It's
terrible.
awful.
Terrible.
Yeah.
For other ones who gives a shit? Late night television, like your Jimmy Kimmel's,
It's over.
your Jimmy Fallon's. Who gives a shit? I don't care. Jon Stewart's back. Yo, you've retired 20 years ago. You can't save television. You can't. If you want to save the next presidency, it's over, bro. It's over, Johnny.
No one
It's over.
cares.
No one gives
Yeah,
a
it's
shit.
true.
Another thing I don't care about, WFAN sports. That I think I don't know what happened ever since the pandemic. I just don't like. I can't watch sports. They're just terrible.
Yeah.
They suck. And going back to YouTube, something that just pisses me off, and it goes back to the late night thing. It's like, sadly, let's say there's like a school shooting or there's some kind of horrific massacre, right? You have like Jimmy Fallon. He does this thing. We had this very tragic thing, right? And the video, instead of just having the video end, they cut it to, hey, subscribe to our channel. It's
Yeah.
like, maybe you shouldn't cut
like,
to that.
really?
Right.
Yeah, maybe just end the video after your monologue about this terrible tragedy instead
So-
of saying, hey, like and subscribe.
Hit the notification bell.
Exactly. Why would you do that? It's so tasteless.
Got it, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, pal.
Should have silenced it a bit just to show it, not say
Oh, my
anything.
God.
Yeah, come on.
And my last thing that sucks, so I'm moving around. I appreciate you guys giving me this little mini rant. I just had to get through this
yeah.
quick. Is pisses me off, guys, when you rent a hotel room and they had the bathroom light switch outside of the room.
My
It's like-
bathroom.
Right. Oh my God. It's like, I mean,
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know the homeowners. I don't,
right.
I don't
Right.
get
Okay,
it.
I'm talking about a hotel, Sean. I mean, you're paying top dollar. You can't put the fucking switches in there. I'm like walking around Helen Keller in the middle of the night to find a light switch.
Because it was all about them. They saved like 20
Right.
bucks
And
tipping on the outside.
And the great part of it is they have all 3 switches, or 5, what are 4, right? One's for the hallway, that's useless right by the door. Okay, thanks. Oh, where's your emergency exit? Thanks, pal. Then it's for like the room itself.
Right.
And then for 2 for the bathroom. But it's like, can't you put those in there? This high-end Hilton or
And-
whatever, your Foxwoods
and
thing?
one light is for like that mirror that you pull off the wall. Like
Yeah.
you really need that bright light.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Oh,
like-
you have to magnify your ugly face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't
Let
need
me
to see this
pu-
in 3D right now.
Let me pick some pimples off. I'll pluck some hairs with this giant magnifier.
Right.
To add to hotel
Oh my
bathrooms,
God.
what is the obsession with putting a mirror in front of the toilet in so many of these hotel bathrooms? Some of these things you go to and then you sit down and the way that's situated is like the toilet is facing the door, but the only place then to put a mirror in the bathroom is on the door, so you have to watch yourself take a shit.
Yes.
I don't understand. Hotels got to do a better job in general.
I'm just waiting for someone to take their phone and just take a
Yeah.
Yeah.
themselves.
It's all about the
Yeah.
selfie, so they probably think why not.
Right. I think because I did a little bit of a
Like,
somewhat
do I
of a
look
lightning
good taking
round,
a dump right now?
We'll
Right.
do a little bit of a lightning
Yeah,
round.
that's fine,
So
that's fine.
If you
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
go, kind of just
Well, this
go
is
through your paper bags.
yeah. This is pretty much it.
That's okay. Yeah, no.
All right,
Let's
so
just let you just do
all
them
right,
now.
so this
'cause I
was-
just kind of did my own.
these 4 things are just real events, and then
Yep.
I'm done.
That's no problem, Shawnee Bates.
So the first one I want to throw this brown paper bag for was the Canadian wildfire that we had during the end of
Yes!
the summer,
That
where
was wild.
the whole sky turned yellow.
yeah,
That was fucked
Yeah.
up.
I don't know. I mean, people could say climate change. I say conspiracy.
Right.
That's just me. That's my opinion. I mean, if you guys want to say whatever. The next one I want to bring up is the Chinese balloon that went over our country
right.
last year, which was like, why aren't we doing anything about it? And I understand, like, safety, but you can't find like a empty area where you can just, take a shot at it. And also, from what I recently heard this week, I think there was they found one up in Alaska. So it's like, guys, are we gonna do something? Like, what's going on here? But another one that I want to bring up is
He's like, say Godzilla, say Godzilla,
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
retaliate,
so
send everything we got.
my other one goes to the sub implosion that happened.
Oh yeah.
You got
That's
you
a
got
wet-
this.
that's a
You
wet-
got this.
That's a wet brown paper bag.
I know. Oh, God.
You have a Digitech like controller. I may be saying that may be a guitar pedal company. Digitech controller.
I think they use the same equipment.
Yeah.
Well, let's just
to
plug them. I mean,
control
it's good stuff.
This metal tube going down. God knows how much. But I hate going into conspiracy theories again. You had this $1 billion owner or CEO with his son while this all happened, and also it's like any day now we'll find them any day. But they knew like the second it was over, and it was a horrible thing. And last but not least, one of the things that pissed me off that end of the year is physical media. I am very upset about that. For me, as someone who loves music, movies, video games, I want it in my library. I don't want to rely on a streaming service that I'm paying monthly to have it. And one of the things that I did the other day, I'm doing my best to collect every DVDs. I mean, it's like I know, Blu-ray and 4K. I don't care. I just want to see the film, because now with AI, you can now alter scenes. So you go through a streaming service that maybe if you remember Back to the Future, the Ooh La La cover from Netflix, they could just change something just like that. So I did a little searching, and sadly some of these stores do not have them except Walmart and the Cool Kids Comics and Toy Store. I would highly recommend going to. So I'll probably buy a few before I go. So
nice.
Right.
Sure, those are great, man.
Excellent.
I also miss physical media. That's what comic books are tough because you can get them on iPads now, and you don't have to actually have the physical book. If you're a comic book collector, you want the physical book, and it's harder and harder to get them. So I understand the physical media thing. I have a few more brown paper bags. I have one for sports. Aaron Rodgers dying 3 plays into the Jets season.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! As a Jets fan, you put on the game. You're like, here we go.
Man.
We have this just like this Hall of Fame quarterback who still has a little bit left in the tank. Maybe he's gonna bring this team some sort of luck. Do the first play, nothing big. You're like, all right, he's warming up though. Second play, nothing happened. Third play, he's dead. That's it. Season's over. That was so brown paper bag
Brutal.
right there.
Yeah.
Brutal to have to watch that, and then the season that followed was pathetic. All traced back to that one moment. So a big brown paper bag for Aaron Rodgers' ACL or whatever it was that he fucking tore.
Nice, good choice.
That was one. For a movie, when you say who gives a shit, Wonka.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, piece of shit. We watched that movie. We're like, I can't believe we're sitting through this. It's terrible. When you talk about cringe, the musical acts, cringe, the whole thing didn't need to exist. Just leave it alone. Just give us Gene Wilder and take all the other Willy Wonkas off the table. Wonka.
Yeah, he'd be like, you get nothing.
Yeah, you get nothing.
I found Willy Wonka in one of the racks. I was like, I bought it right away. It's like, who knows?
The original is great, but this new one, ooh. So that was one. Another gigantic burning shit-filled brown paper bag award for Diamond Comics. Diamond Comics is my distributor for a lot of the new books. To explain to you why they're getting this award. Last week, I think it was last week, 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, I go to check my my orders to make sure they're filled, so that comic books come out on Wednesday. So usually the week before I get my order, so I know it's going to be shipped. I don't see the order. I say, this doesn't make any sense. Where I know I placed it. I can't find anything. I'm going through the website. I'm going through all the dashboards. Nothing is easy on any website. There's always fucking dashboards. Yeah. I'm just going to call them. So I call them. I got a guy on the phone, and I explain. He goes, maybe there's something wrong with your account. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with my account. I can assure you my account is fine. It's paid in full every time. He goes, well, I can see it's paid in full today, but maybe it wasn't paid in full yesterday. Well, what the fuck does that even mean? Of course it was paid in full. I'm like, did you bill me since yesterday? Because otherwise... So he said, well, let me look into this. I'll call you back. Oh, great. Okay, fuckface. Call me back. Calls me back. I spoke to Beth in credit and collections, and she said all your payments were declined, and that's why we don't have an order for you. We've pulled back your order. I'm like, I have no declined payments. Yes, you do. Beth said so. Beth can fuck herself. Okay? Beth. I hope she listens. So now I have to wait for this woman to call me back to figure it out. Meantime, I call the bank. I'm like, did you decline a credit card payment? They said to me, we can't decline a payment. Nothing was submitted to us. I'm like, okay. So obviously they're full of shit. I'm waiting. I finally get called back. And she says to me, actually, I'm sorry, not a call, an email. She emails me back. She couldn't talk to me on the phone and say this to me like a person. She had to email and hide behind an email. Sorry, when I blocked your account and said that you were paid in full, I was looking at somebody else's account on mistake.
Careless.
Wow.
So that careless...
That name right there tells you.
So that careless error could have prevented me from getting my orders for more than a week.
I
Totally.
actually have one more brown paper bag going to Amazon because I bought an AC adapter and then it was the wrong adapter. I returned it. All right, here's 50% back. For what? You opened something. But it didn't work. It was the wrong one. You know. So why am I getting half back? So I'm done. You know, I'm done with Amazon when it comes down to electronics or anything. Go to the store. Talk to the person. Don't interact with this online stuff.
Yeah.
It's just a waste of time.
Yeah. So that was a brown paper bag that I had. Fuck you, Beth and Diamond Comics for that one. And did I have any other ones? No, I think that wrapped them up. UPS, Diamond Comics, two big pieces of shits that really tried to screw me out of making business. You know why UPS wears brown?
Oh,
Piece of shit.
there
That's
it
why.
is.
And it looks like a paper bag.
It looks like a paper bag.
Nice. Yeah, I'll blaze through these real
Yeah.
quickly. So, worst manager firing. This really turned me off. 2017, Girardi.
Yeah.
Yankees.
Yep.
At that point, I feel like the Yankees went really soft, and that was a bad decision. He was calling out a catcher, Gary Sanchez. He was lazy.
Yep.
He wouldn't block balls as a catcher. They hated him for calling him out, kind of like in the media. But listen, that's he's a harder manager, whatever. But they got really soft ever since. He's nothing. Hal Steinbrenner also, Cashman,
Yep. Get rid
Brown
of him.
Bag. I mean,
Yep.
how many times are you gonna get guys who are already injured? I mean, who are you gonna get next? Like Little Mo with the gimpy leg and sign him?
Oh my God.
Movie reboots, really quick. We kind of talked about
Yes.
that already.
Yeah.
But I mean, Ghostbusters, really?
Right.
2016, taking a dump on that. Ninja Turtles, I feel like they never do them right.
Nope.
Naked Gun, now I'm seeing, really.
Yeah.
And
Really? We're
recently,
going to redo Naked Gun?
Yeah.
And what about this one, The Crow?
Yeah.
I think I almost threw. I honestly almost threw up.
looks terrible.
Dude, you got the Crow standing in front of a mirror. Looks like he's taking a selfie. He's got his abs out. It's like, what are we doing? He's got
Wearing a fur
the makeup's
coat.
kind of awkward. Yeah, it's like
He
you can
looks
just
like
tell.
Post Malone as the Crow.
It's gonna totally bomb. He'll probably be working as a barista also, probably at some point in the movie. And real quick, worst actor. I can't take this guy. I'm sorry, I might get some hate. The Rock. I can't take this guy.
Yeah, I'm
I don't know
done.
why they're giving him movies. I hate his movies.
absolutely.
I mean, even Jungle Cruise. Like, really, you had to put this guy in?
I actually
not-
like
he's
Jungle
not-
Cruise.
He's the same guy
No,
every
he
time. I didn't even see it. I didn't.
is
I
not
see him on the
terrible.
screen. It's off. I'm
He's
not
not
even going anywhere near.
blockbuster.
He can't
Forever.
act.
You can't. You
Yeah,
can't.
his shirt's off.
you
Okay,
know,
great. You look
you
good.
know,
You got
yeah.
abs, but it's like, dude.
I think he's
can't-
giving up on his acting career
Oh,
anyway. He's back
please.
full time in wrestling.
I'm seeing.
But they
I'm
keep
noticing
signing
that.
this guy.
Yeah.
Why? There's no one else, and to give it more like a movie, more like validity and just a better
Yeah.
performance. It would raise the level of a lot of
Yes.
movies. But I think they're going cheap, and I guess he brings people. I don't know. Anyway, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was
he's
pretty much
he's
it.
electrifying.
So those are my exactly. Those are my brown paper
Mm-hmm.
shit bags.
Those are, and I have I think 3 more. They're quick though. I missed them somehow. Real quick, this whole thing about electric cars versus gas car people. I'd be like, look,
Yeah.
it's the future, guys. Everything's gonna be electrical. What do you want, a gas powered cell phone? Like, what do
yeah.
you want to go back in time? And this whole thing about they catch fire. I know ex Paul Walker. He got lit in flames. You know what I mean? So look, electric cars, whatever, everything's gonna be electrical eventually. So I know why they're so against it. I mean, you talk about conspiracy theories.
Can I just say something
They better get
quickly?
that
They're
plutonium.
actually, some of these car companies are actually working on hydrogen now.
Oh, okay.
Because
well,
because the electric isn't really
Yeah.
not that great. Yes, we
well,
are
they
moving.
do
I know.
300. One charge equals to 300 miles. Is one full charge of a.
They better start installing more chargers though, and better get that.
Well,
set
that's
up.
the- that's
And
the-
That's
batteries,
that's
yeah.
the
Until then,
problem.
okay,
That's
but
the
they better get on
problem.
this
The
shit.
problem is people don't. You have to pay rent. It's hard to install those.
Then
things.
I'll invest.
So until
in
it gets government,
and then it takes
people-
so long to charge. It's not like I can
Yes,
fill up my
I work
tank
on
in
them.
like 10 minutes. Not even
right.
10 minutes.
But I'm
I
just
work
saying,
on them,
but
it takes a while.
in the next
Yeah.
millennium, when we're not here anymore, we're going to have electric
Yeah,
cars.
yeah.
the
No,
suckers do
I
it.
know that.
That's what I said.
No.
Plutonium. Make sure you have plutonium. also.
Yeah, I'm just saying, put like a nuclear
Reactor.
reactor in your car. You're great.
So
That's
we'll be flying cars and have cancer. So
All right, great.
so,
like these.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we're all gonna die.
They're in my pocket.
Um,
I mean, yeah.
Speaking of dying,
Okay.
just vaping. I think vaping
Oh,
is just.
God.
Look, I know nicotine addiction is a real thing. I'm not saying that's bad. Addiction's a real thing, but can you not blow your raspberry vape?
I know.
Thank you.
Yeah, as someone who's a former
That's the
smoker, I'm
worst.
happy I skipped through that.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Good work, Pete.
And my last thing, I guess, this is some quasi-political, but I'm gonna call. I call it. I'm not sure if this is like. I don't know if it's how to really categorize. I just call it the American burnout. I think the Americans are burnt out politically, socially, sexually, financially, mentally, physically, medically. And when you're burnt out,
Are you giving America a brown paper bag?
I think I'm just talking about the zeitgeist.
Oh, okay. I
Spiritually.
thought you were brown
Yeah.
bag in America.
No,
Oh.
I'm just saying.
Still
what-
home of the free in the land of the brave. Did I get that right? Is it backwards? Land of the free, home of the brave.
And I'm proud to be. Okay.
No, I'm just saying I'm very
I guess-
pro-American.
oh, yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
saying
I
what I'm
know
saying
you're
is we
getting
need
at.
a call to change, especially with our zeitgeist and our what do they call that? We need a paradigm shift, a change of spiritual awakening. Like we need a mind change because, like I
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
all
yeah.
these things. I think we're all burnt out, especially from COVID. Think about it. Politically, we're drained. Socially, we're drained. We don't have to
Yep.
socially interact.
Entertainment.
Sexually,
Overly
Entertainment
worked.
we're drained.
Let's make it a 4-day work
yeah,
week.
Exactly. We're
Working around the clock.
Yeah, medically, our healthcare system's horrendous. My insurance didn't. Somehow, I had to go to ER real quick for my eye. I had a pink eye. I was in an urgent care thing less than a minute. They go, yeah, you had pink eye, and I left. Somehow they got my insurance wrong, so I got a bill in the mail. The bill was for $600.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
God.
I called and they fixed
Whoa.
it. That's because they had the wrong information down somehow. But I mean, I was in there less than 5 minutes just to someone look at my eye. And go, yeah, you have pink eye. I knew I had pink eye, so I went in
Right.
there for urgent care. But imagine imagine a family that has
Jesus.
no coverage, and they have little kids and they get a pink eye and they come out with a 600. I mean, they have the sliding scale, blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah. But still. But anyway, I really feel like Americans are burnt out, and I'm giving a brown paper bag to the spiritualness of America. We need to come back. We need to bring back patriotism. We need to bring back
Yeah, loosen up.
exactly
Some life.
Yeah, I think everyone
Time to
is
enjoy
really
things.
exactly.
Yeah.
I
And
think
afford
America.
them.
We need to express gratitude
Yeah.
Yeah.
because when we're burnt out leads to depression, and depression leads to anger. So
Anger
There
leads to
it is.
So
hate.
hate and hate
Exactly.
leads to suffering?
Yes.
yes. So I hate to end that. I want to end on that somber note, but anyway, I thought it was something to really share. But
Yeah, fuck you,
All right,
America.
ring that notification
Yes.
bell. That's it.
Yeah.
Back to that.
but yeah,
Follow subscribe.
but that was really great. Thanks, guys, for handing out those awards.
Yeah, it was
All
a
of them were
blast.
well deserved. The goods and the bads. And yeah, and I can't wait for our next 50th episode to do another season of this. And PJ, anything else before we cut? loose?
Just thank everyone who's listened to us over the last 50 episodes. And just, keep listening to us. We really appreciate it. And just want to thank Taylor Swift for existing.
Exactly. You're always welcome back to the lunch table, and folks listening at home. Thanks again. Really, it's been 50 great episodes. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thanks
And
so much, guys, for having
Thank you for inviting us.
Yep.
Man.
And thanks, PJ. Same time, same table.
Have a good one.
Boys and girls, lunchtime is over. For more information, visit their website at coolkidslunchtable.podbean.com. Follow the boys on all social media platforms. Just search Cool Kids Lunch Table Podcast. Now get to class before you get detention.